Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Habit or Christian here, and I'm bringing you a top 5 Pokemon games. So this is my personal top 5 favorite. Some of them are for nostalgic reasons, some of them are for because they're good, but these are just going to be main games, the top 5 main games. I might possibly make like a top 3 or a top 5 side games like Snap and Stadium and things like that. So let me know if you guys would like to see that. But at number 5, it's going to be Pokemon Blue. Pokemon Blue is on this list because if you are born in the 90s, then you most likely played Pokemon, and you most likely played the original Red, Blue, and later on Yellow. Blue was the one that I actually got when I was a kid during the release of Pokemon. I got Blue probably like the week after Pokemon was released. It was such a huge thing. My cousin, who's close to my age, also got Pokemon Red. He got Pokemon Red, and I got Pokemon Blue. And we eventually traded when we even found out that was like a thing, because I guess you weren't really keeping up with Pokemon like that, because unless you were like collecting strategy guides and things like that, then you didn't really know much about Pokemon. Because when you were a kid, you opened up the package for a game, you threw away the box, and you threw away the manuals, and you just popped it in your game and played it. You never really read through the manuals, and me personally, my mom just let me do whatever I want because I knew how to play games already. I've been playing games for a while before then. So, Pokemon Blue, what can I say about this game? Man, I have so many good memories about it. It's definitely one of those ones that are very nostalgic. This is obviously the first Pokemon game I played because this is the first Pokemon game that came out, but it still holds close to my heart, especially because nothing's better than the original Pokemon. And at number 4, this is Fire Red. Fire Red is an awesome, awesome remake of the original Pokemon. So there's Fire Red and Leaf Green, and these two games were a remake for the Game Boy Advance. I really enjoyed these because they added in new elements into the game and just made the game look better. The game wasn't fully colored on the Game Boy Color, so bringing it into the Game Boy Advance made it pretty awesome. I'd have to say if I was going back to play Red, Blue, and Yellow, most likely I'd just play Fire Red or Leaf Green. It's definitely one of the ones that I have up there in hours. I've definitely played a few playthroughs of those online or on my Game Boy itself. So this is one that is definitely awesome and brings back nostalgic feelings because obviously this was still pretty early on in Pokemon. Maybe some of you might not have played some of the Game Boy games, or maybe you played them on later in life, but these ones I was totally crazy about. I had to have them the time they came out, or I would just pitch a fit until my mom got it for me. But Fire Red was awesome. I mean, it was a great remake of the original ones, and I'd love to see a remake sometime for the 3DS or new systems coming out. So I'm really looking forward to that if that ever happens. And at number 3, this is Crystal. Crystal is one of those ones that I really like just because it's one of the weird ones. Usually the game that's off the series, so usually there's 2 main ones and then the side one, and Crystal is one of the side ones for Silver and Gold. Much like Yellow, not a lot of people got Crystal. I was one of the few people that I actually knew at the time who had Crystal, and the benefits to Crystal is you could catch different legendaries and things like that. But Crystal was pretty much the same story as Silver and Gold, but you could catch different legendaries, so that's the only kind of benefit by that. But Crystal was actually the first one that I had out of the 3. I was kind of late getting those ones, so I ended up getting Crystal first, and I loved Crystal so much. I mean, still to this day, Crystal is an awesome game. I mean, I've definitely booked so many hours into it. Maybe not as much as some of the other ones, but this still holds a good place in my heart and definitely is an awesome game. And at number 2, this is Alpha Sapphire. Wow, wow, wow. So I did not put Ruby and Sapphire here just because of the pure fact that Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby blew remakes out of the water when it comes to Pokemon. I mean, Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby did it right. They kept to the original story, added some things in there, kind of added the Delta story part, which was awesome. So this game is definitely one that I've probably put close to the most hours. I mean, the number 1 definitely has the most, but this is definitely one that is up there. I mean, I know just on one of my games that I had, it was, I believe it's 488 hours or something ridiculously crazy, because I remember pretty much staying up the entire night, probably booking 30 hours into it the first day I got the game. So I really enjoy this game. I mean, they added awesome elements like wonder trading and things like that, which just makes the game awesome. I mean, I'm constantly wonder trading to try to get cool things, fill up my Pokédex, and get ready for the new games. This one is awesome. Definitely the best one in a very, very long time when it comes to the DS and things like that. This is definitely one of the best ones, in my opinion, at least. And on number 1, it is Silver. So I know there's Soul Silver and Heart Gold, which probably would top it on some people's, but nothing is better than Silver for me. I mean, this is my favorite game. Not to mention my favorite Pokemon is Lugia, which is on the cover, so maybe that's a little biased, but Silver is awesome. I mean, I love the entire story of Silver. I love the region. I love the Pokemon. Everything about Silver is awesome. This is definitely the one that I booked the most hours into. I mean, too many to count. As you saw from the collection video, I have 2 copies of Silver. I used to have about 5 copies of Silver that all had hundreds of hours on it, so you can guess Silver is probably the one that I've played the most. I mean, I've done Let's Plays and things like that on my other channel that I ended up deleting, but I've done many, many Let's Plays on Silver, different kinds like Nuzlocks and randomizers and things like that. Silver is just altogether one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time and will definitely stay there in my heart for probably forever. I mean, I don't see a game topping Silver for me, not to mention nostalgic, not to mention my favorite Pokemon is on the cover, and not even to mention that it's probably one of the best Pokemon games of all time. So this is my top 5. Definitely let me know your top 5 in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' top 5. This is all just personal, guys. Sorry if your game wasn't on this list or wasn't high enough on this list. But definitely, if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And like I said, put down in the comment section below what your top 5 favorite Pokemon games are, what your favorite Pokemon game is. And pretty much, as always, guys, this has been Habit, and I'm out. See you guys. Peace.